In October of 2018, Sarkodie released this rap freestyle titled My Advice. The song was targeted towards Shatta Wale, and even though no names were mentioned, the public knew who these shots were fired at. A while ago, Sarkodie and Shatta Wale were like butter and bread. Both artists on a song was always guaranteed to be a smash hit. But along the line, the two heavyweights in Ghana music will have a massive fallout, which will lead to Shatta Wale calling out the rapper every single chance he got. He will publicly criticize Sarkodie, called him broke, irrelevant, and even accused him of being ungrateful.
Sarkodie, if you go to do, you go jab, me I go beat you.
The insults were loud, erratic, and often bordered on personal attacks. His tone was clearly meant to provoke Sarkodie. While everyone expected the rapper to clap back on Twitter or go on a media tour, he chose silence. He stayed calm for a while, and then out of nowhere, he released a no-hook freestyle song delivered with surgical precision.
Who gives a fuck about your chicken chain property?
And this was how Shatta Wale fell victim to Sarkodie's aura and composure.
You shouldn't come and give me advice. I've advised myself. You should advise yourself with a car to let me see.
Over the years, Sarkodie has proved to be the benchmark for success in the Ghanaian rap game. Even after preferring to rap in his local dialects, non-Ghanaian fans still enjoy his flow and energy. Sarkodie has stayed commercially successful and culturally relevant for almost 16 years. A career spanning that long cannot be devoid of controversy and allegations. Some entertainment personalities have found themselves on the wrong side of the rapper and have been victimized. The next victim on this list is Patapaa.
That's all they say, you know.
Patapaa rose to prominence for his viral one-hit wonder, Wankana, which exploded in 2017 and turned him into a nationwide and briefly international phenomenon. Patapaa's style is often labeled as comic or straight-up nonsense music. In 2018, YP dropped the music video to his song, Be a Guy, which featured Medical and Sarkodie. The song itself is fairly forgettable, but an outrageous line from Sarkodie's rap will get the attention of the public. Sarkodie on the Me a Guy remix rapped about his grass to grace story and even added that Patapaa would have performed at his funeral if he had not made it in life. Initially, Patapaa wasn't offended by this line and even went on to say, "It's not easy for Sarkodie to mention your name in his rap. This means God is making ways for me in the industry." This initial response showed Patapaa's admiration for Sarkodie, and now he was honored to be mentioned by the rapper. But after a few years, Patapaa will go on an interview to talk about how Sarkodie had no right to belittle his crafts.
Who is Sarkodie?
Every time Sarkodie's name is mentioned, Patapaa gets triggered. He may have felt the need to finally defend himself and reclaim some dignity at least. The switch in Patapaa wasn't random. It was likely a build-up of frustrations over being seen as a comic figure rather than a serious artist. The 2018 Sarkodie line was literally hunting his public image, and by 2021, he just had enough.
Sarkodie, once I'm going to Jimmy.
Because people know the Sark doesn't speak. You know, people think they can say something and no Sark is not going to speak at it.
A few months to the 2020 presidential election, Sarkodie, who is a well-known sympathizer of the MPP, released a song titled Happy Day. The song in itself was a hit within days of its release, but the cheerful song was indirectly a politically driven song that was used to campaign for the MPP. Sarkodie's track record of meddling in politics made this endorsement very understandable. But one person whose reputation was affected in this controversy was Kwame Eugene, arguably the hottest artist in 2020.
I didn't have any conversation about doing a song for any political party.
Engaging yourself in politics as a celebrity is very dicey, so it was normal for Kwame Eugene to disassociate himself from endorsing any political party.
And I had no idea until the day I was shooting the video.
According to Kwame Eugene, he had no idea Sarkodie had this line in his song. He literally found out about the endorsements on set. Whereas Kwame Eugene approached the situation in a very mature and respectful manner, Sarkodie's next victim will go off tangents and expose the rapper in ways the public never imagined. In 2023, Yvonne Nelson made this tweet which seemed quite alarming. Don't do it. If you get pregnant, have the baby. She indeed stuck to her words by confessing about a point in time in her life when she had to resort to Around June of 2023, Yvonne Nelson released a memoir which was titled I Am Not Yvonne Nelson, which went on to find massive success locally and internationally. One thing that played a huge role in the success of the legend's memoir was the big public figures who were mentioned in the book. one being our subject of this video, Michael Owusu-Addo, better known as Sarkodie.
I just want people to get a copy of the book.
In 2010, when she was 25, her acting career had taken off extremely well, but unfortunately, she got pregnant unknowingly. In her book, she talks about how she called the man responsible for the pregnancy, and it was no other than Sarkodie. Sarkodie was a budding musician with the potential to become one of the biggest artists in Ghana and beyond. The future looked uncertain, and his way through the maze of life still appeared too foggy to predict. Success was not guaranteed. I sensed the intensity of his emotions when I broke the news to him. I could hear his heart pounding, and when he finally found his voice, he faltered. He didn't want the pregnancy. That would damage him and his career. The only option now was to get rid of it. She then added that Sarkodie literally ghosted her after their abortion. After the memoir gained attention, Sarkodie decided to release a diss song targeted towards Yvonne Nelson and her book. This is where things got spicy.
Yeah, boy.
Rather than release an official statement or a subtle response, Sarkodie chose to rap a side of the story on a song titled Try Me. Try Me was able to gain attention almost immediately after its release. Sarkodie was in his elements and was ready to tell the world everything that happened between him and the actress in 2010. You can't just play the victim and paint a picture like you were just looking for love. From all the I thought our relationship was exclusive, but you had other guys in the mix. I pray that you get the healing that you need and don't pretend to be a good girl. You are for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
He made Yvonne Nelson his victim by slut-shaming her, accusing her of being manipulative and a wolf in sheep's clothing. This eventually caught the attention of Yvonne Nelson, who took to Twitter to air out her views about Try Me. Insults won't work, Michael. Respect womanhood. I'm happy the world gets to see how you are playing this and the real you. In my book, I narrated how you got me pregnant, how you couldn't wait for me to get rid of it, how you drove me to have an abortion. As usual, you want to use rap to rubbish a pain a young woman felt.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm super proud of everything. It's just in the moment how I felt.
Sarkodie will forever remain a top dog in the rap game. Locally and internationally, the talent of the rapper is undeniable. This video was just to highlight some key interesting points in his career so far. No one in the music game can escape controversy. It's just one of those things. If you have made it to this part of the video, I would like you to subscribe and join the family. If you are feeling kind to, here's my Momo line.